It's now time for Me and My Roku with host Peter Clay.
It's the same, but different.
Incidentally, this is Peter.
So we have a voicemail now from Peter.
Pete, you are not.
Not everybody sounds like Peter Clay.
This is what it's all about, isn't it?
Peter Clay is here today.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to another scintillating edition of Me and My Roku. I'm your host, Peter Clay. Happy to be here. Still in lockdown, still staying home. I had a recording studio here in the house anyway, but that's just side issue. Just please this punch to be able to talk to somebody, even if it's into a microphone, and who knows when someone's going to listen to this. It's all for the Internet Archive. It's okay. So when you listen to this 5 years from now, it's like, oh, that's when that happened. Anywho, it's a pleasure to be with you. Full disclosure here, this is a me show, okay? That's part of the Me and My Roku, all right? So it's about me. It's what I do, okay? I'm not going to give you the 5 things you didn't know about your Roku. None of that clickbait stuff here. Just things that I do that hopefully you can meld into your consciousness and say, oh, that's interesting to know. Because in times like this, I don't know what's going on in your house right now, but, you know, you just kind of, you're doing whatever you can to get through and all that stuff. Like 20 years ago, I had gotten a house because I thought I was having a kid and I was going to end up with somebody. Long story short, it didn't happen. No big deal. It's okay. It happens. It's life. But when that didn't happen and all that stuff, I'm left with a house. And I'm almost 30 years old, and I put all my cash into this and all that stuff, and I don't have anything to do, so I ended up making up games, you know, that had a long staircase and all that stuff, and I'd hit a ball up and run up and down. And now, I'm 20 years later and all that stuff, I'm having to do the same things, but this time with a dog, at least. Trying to keep him excited. I don't remember the last time we had to put him in the cage, where we had to say, oh, hey, we're going to go away for a while, or go off to work or anything like that. Put him in the cage. No, he's been out and all that stuff. And it's like, hey, guys, what about me? What do I do here? Anyway, so what's left is our only other friend then is our Roku. And so we get out there and we find out the things to do and all that stuff. And I have found a way to share that with the world then. And here it is. Me and my crew. Now, another disclaimer, whatever, is this is just only me. It's just my opinions and all that stuff. I'm not endorsed or given anything by Roku or anything like that. It has just been the easiest product for me to use. I have a Fire TV. I have a Chromecast. I have an Android TV with a built-in Chromecast and all that stuff. And I have 2 Rokus. And out of all of that, it all, you know, I try them all out to see what's going on and all that stuff. Some things have something others than the other ones don't. But when it all comes down to it, it's the Roku. Kind of like the iPhone. I like Android and all that stuff. I like to have some of the abilities to do other things on my own and all that stuff. But when it all comes down to it, it's just easier just to have the iPhone. And it's the same with the Roku. So, whoo! Here we are in lockdown for like the 6th week in a row and all that stuff. So, plenty of stuff to get to. So, let's get started.
Ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. Bow. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, we've had a COVID casualty. And I guess I should apologize right off the bat. I shouldn't make light of anything like that, because actually anything that's going on in the streaming universe and all that stuff is nothing compared to real life and all that stuff. So I think you get my understanding what I'm trying to get to here. But we've had a postponement, and it's going to sound really sad, but the Magnolia Network with Chip and Joanna Gaines is not going to happen on time. It was supposed to launch in October, and now they're going to have to postpone it. Ah, bummer. Darn this coronavirus. When I first saw the story, I'm just like, they're making a whole network based on, and here's the other question. Why does Chip get top billing on that? No one's watching him. Anyway, when Discovery merged with Scripps, it was more of a merger than an acquisition. And they became the Discovery Scripps. Now I think it's the Discovery Family Networks. The first thing that they was on their agenda was bringing Chip and Joanna back into the fold because they had just, quote unquote, retired from their show Fixer Upper on HGTV. So, yes. So what's going to happen? The first thing they did was open up the pocketbooks and go, here's a big pile of cash. And so they said, oh, okay, we're back. So they've been doing other shows. And so right now there's a look back and a look forward that you can see on certain Discovery networks and all that stuff. You'll see that. So just when you thought it was safe to turn on your home improvement network, yes, they're back. I watch their shows. They're fine. Who knows? Who cares? But anyway, but what struck me about it was like a whole network of just them is like, no, they are rebranding the DIY network. And so it's going to be the Magnolia Network. So a lot of the shows that you see on DIY now, like your bath crashers, kitchen crashers, yard crashers, insane pools and all that stuff, and rehab addict and all that stuff, that's all going to be part of the Magnolia Network. So look forward to that whenever it happens, just not in October as previously scheduled. It'll be okay. In other news, other acquisitions, Vudu. We kind of talked about this before, that this was kind of going on. This is like when Fox buying Tubi and all this other stuff going on, a lot of the mergers and acquisitions stuff goes on. Now, this is a little interesting now because Fandango is purchasing YouTube, but nothing's changing. It's still, Vudu is still going to be the backbone for Walmart and their digital marketing and streaming and sales and all that stuff. But Fandango is just purchasing, and I guess they're running the background or something like that. I don't know. And then Fandango is actually owned by Universal, which is doing Peacock and Comcast and all that stuff too. So it's all a big alphabet soup of things like that. So Vudu, if you've used it, and there's a free service involved in that, nothing's going to look different to you as of right now. And I don't think, I looked at Fandango. Now, Fandango, it has a Roku element to it because that's where you can purchase movie tickets. You can also purchase movies and TV shows along the left-hand side menu on your Roku. So nothing's changing there as I have seen so far. Everyone's just kind of confused like I am right now, but there you have it. Vudu stays the same, but it's different. Okay. That information for life here on me and my Roku.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh. Now, baby.
All right. Hey, kind of a philosophical question, or is it rhetorical? I don't know. Something. It's a question. Are you changing your TV habits? Are you using your Roku differently or streaming service? Like I said before, it's no time to be tribal right now. So whatever it is you're using, are you using it differently? Are you just stuck on Netflix and just binging whatever, and then just going to the next one? Are you going back and rewatching old shows that you had watched before, type of thing? I'm trying to remember, hey, I don't remember that at all. Or, oh, yeah, I remember that. That's cool. Yeah. Huh. And I just noticed it when I saw this article. Again, these articles drive me nuts. The 5 Roku features you might not know about. Well, if you went into your Roku and all, you would see them right there. It was no big deal. It was like making your own screensavers or private listening or voice search or using the mobile app or organizing your home screen. I mean, if you don't know how to organize your home screen, if you want to, that's okay. I just noticed those things, and I'm just wondering then, it's just like, well, because we've caught up on everything. We've caught up on our CBS shows now, so we'll be canceling CBS All Access. We've gone through all the Say Yes to the Dresses, so then we moved on to Disney Fairy Tale Weddings on Disney Plus, and now we're all the way through those. And so, yeah, just noticed we were, after our cat passed away, we just sat around and watched TV, and we decided to watch old Burn Notice episodes and going, oh, yeah, I don't remember that at all. Huh. Interesting. So, yeah, just wondering if things are different or you just want to... We just happened across... Are you following the suggestions? Like, based on your viewing, we suggest this. And we came across Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. I don't know, I guess because we watched Songland or The Voice or anything like that, they decided to throw that on there. And it's like, okay, kind of a cute show. And then you watch enough of them to go, okay, well, we're pot committed now, so we might as well just get to where we're at. So, Roku shows different. When you're locked down, what do you do? Here on me and my Roku.
Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 yeah.
Okay, kids, gather around. Say social distancing wise, though, just let's get closer, but not that close, so that we can have a nice discussion, but not too close, type of thing. Talk about the Internet Archive. This show could not be possible without them, and I thank them and I love them, and I want you to go check them out yourself as a recommendation, because they've got a lot of great stuff. The biggest online library out there. Project Gutenberg, who knows? But hey, who cares? They're all good and all that stuff. But check out the Internet Archive today. I have got to tell you a little story here about my appreciation for the Internet Archive, because I've been going back through all the stuff I've done recording, and I have an official date of when I started using the Internet Archive for podcasting, and it was 2005. September or August of 2005 is when the first Radio Affliction podcast was put on the Internet Archive. Wow, that is 15 years ago. That is an amazing, and that stuff is still there. Now, why am I so appreciative about that stuff? Because I've been going back through stuff and making them into a podcast, like a greatest hits type of thing, but set to a tuning radio type of thing. It seems cool to me. I don't know if it sounds good to you. Check it out today at radioaffliction.com and check out for the Radio Affliction Classics tuning radio. And it might be even more important if I could say it correctly. Radio Affliction tuning radio. Anyway, all the stuff that I have put on the Internet Archive is still there. Apparently, I was using another service to do the show Bumming Cousins, and all that stuff, they upgraded servers or something, that stuff, and a lot of that stuff got lost. So I went searching to find backups and all that stuff. Thankfully, I did. But they said, yeah, sorry. And that was it. And I won't say who it was. TalkShoe. Anyway, but they were very nice, very pleasant, and they just said, sorry, can't do anything. Internet Archive says, we've got the whole internet. We've been scraping this service. Anything that's been on the internet, we have been our Wayback Machine, and we have an online library of music, audio, video, books, all that stuff, and we've never had a situation where we had to go, oh, sorry. Now, maybe there's been certain circumstances, nobody's perfect type of thing, but my whole complete library and all that stuff. Now, granted, I wasn't paying for this service, so, you kind of take it with a grain of salt there, but think of how mad I would have been if I had paid for it and all that stuff too. So, all the Internet Archive has asked out of me is to say, hey, can you make a donation every now and then? And can you spread the word and all that stuff? Here it is, archive.org. Check it out today. They are the best. And I thank them so much as I'm going and rehashing all my memories and all that stuff, because that's all I got left. No kids or anything like that. So my legacy is in the Internet Archive. So it's up to them. Take it as you will on that. So check it out today, please, at the Internet Archive at archive.org. Okay. Well, some news and notes quick. Thanks to T-Mobile, since there's no baseball right now, so they can't give away free baseball right now. However, baseball last season still available on MLB TV. All you need is a login, and you're good to go. You can watch all the games from last season. If you need a little sports fix. But thanks, T-Mobile, for their T-Mobile Tuesday, 3 months of Sundance Now. We'll just take it for free. So we'll have it now until July. We'll come up with something because we're running out of shows. But check it out. It looks like there's a show where apparently a witch and a vampire, they're not supposed to commingle, but they're going to commingle and all that stuff. So, we'll check it out. But we'll take anything for free right now. More things coming out. I'm sure they'll have free trials. It's just when, maybe when things will start to settle down, who knows. But Peacock is coming out. It kind of did a soft launch for Comcast customers, mostly in the East Coast type of thing. But end of July is when they're still talking about it. We'll see if they push that up. I'm wondering. Let's see. That's a thought when we don't think here. Also, HBO Max says that they will come out May 27th. So just when the stay-at-home order may be lifted here in Wisconsin, we'll see. Anyway, so we plenty of things to watch. Lots of free stuff still out there. Tubi Kids is now available. The Tubi, the free service, is expanding just for the kids section. Crackle is still out there. 2 seasons of Charlie's Angels. We watched TJ Hooker the other day. That was exciting stuff. So plenty of free stuff, or you can just stick to your Netflix. It's okay. I don't want to make it sound like I badmouth Netflix or anything like that. But you can live without it, though, too. But we like it. It's a good service. But we can also live without it. So if you can live without it, why live with it? Type of thing. Yeah. Anyway, I should get back to my Roku. I'm starting to get a little itchy, a little twitchy, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. But getting back to it helps me discover new things so I can come back and teach you new things and all that stuff. So at least have a conversation with you. I'm not here. I live to give. Anyway, thanks again to archive.org for their support and their bandwidth, because we couldn't do it without them. Also, if you want to know how I get a lot of my shows for free and all that stuff, the gift cards, where you get to this podcast at, there's the description of the show and all that stuff. I have a little link in there, and that'll show you how I get my gift cards and all that stuff. So just click that. Just check for yourself and find out how I because that's still working pretty well, and I'm still getting free stuff and all that stuff thanks to that. Subscribe to the Me and My Roku podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, YouTube, iHeartMedia, and radio.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Radio Affliction. Send me a note. Say hi. Hi. You can follow me on Instagram at Pierre Argyle. It's just my name in French. It's all no big deal. Questions, comments, otherwise, for a little more one-on-one type of thing, email me at meandmyrokupodcast@gmail.com. Hey, we're going to get through this. We have to get through this. It'll be okay. It's really only a 20% infection rate and a 0.6% fatality rate. But hey, better safe than sorry. It's okay. That's just an opinion, just a thought. Don't worry about it. Don't take it too seriously. And enjoy your Roku as much as I'm enjoying me and my Roku. And I'll be back with you real soon.